The richest people don't use banks the same way everyone else does. They walk into the very same building, but experience a completely different world. No crowded waiting room, no ticket number, no long lines. Instead, a private office, a dedicated banker, and a financial plan built around one client. It almost feels like the bank works for them. But here's the question: why? Do wealthy people know something about banking that most people don't? Or is private banking simply another luxury designed to impress? The answer may surprise you, because private banking isn't really about free coffee, luxury offices, or fancy furniture. Those things are only the surface. The real value exists behind the conversations that happen inside those private rooms. And once you understand how private banking really works, you'll realize it's not nearly as mysterious as most people think. So today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most exclusive services in the financial world, and by the end of this video, you'll know who private banking is really for, what it actually offers, and whether it's something worth aiming for. So, what exactly is private banking? Simply put, it's a personalized banking service designed for clients who have significant assets or complex financial needs. Instead of speaking to a different employee every time you visit, you may work with a dedicated relationship manager who understands your financial situation. That relationship can save time, reduce confusion, and help coordinate different parts of your financial life. Depending on the bank, private banking may include investment guidance, lending solutions, estate planning coordination, or other specialized services. But here's something many people misunderstand. Private banking isn't simply about having millions sitting in cash. Every bank sets its own requirements. Some expect very high investment balances. Others offer private banking at lower asset levels. That's why there's no single number that automatically qualifies everyone. It depends on the institution and the services you're looking for. But here's where things become really interesting, because private banking isn't selling a luxury office. It's selling something far more valuable: time, convenience, and personalized attention. Let's say you're running a successful business, you're managing investments, buying property, planning for retirement, and your financial life is becoming more complicated. Suddenly, one simple bank account may not be enough. Instead of calling 5 different departments, private banking often gives clients one main point of contact who helps coordinate the process. That doesn't mean the banker makes every financial decision. It means they help organize the conversations and connect you with the right specialists when needed. Think of it like having a project manager for your financial life. Not someone who controls everything, but someone who helps keep everything organized. Now imagine you need financing for a new business opportunity, or you're purchasing a high-value property. Having one experienced contact can sometimes make the process more efficient. For many clients, that's where the real value begins. Not because they're receiving magic solutions, but because complex finances become easier to manage. And that's something many people overlook. Private banking is often less about luxury and more about saving time, reducing complexity, and improving coordination. But here's the question: if private banking can be so helpful, why doesn't everyone use it? The answer has nothing to do with intelligence and everything to do with qualification. So, who actually qualifies for private banking? The answer isn't as simple as having a lot of money. Different banks have different standards. Some focus on investment assets. Others consider your overall relationship with the bank. Some clients qualify because they own businesses, others because they manage large investment portfolios, and some because their financial needs have become more complex. Private banking isn't really about looking wealthy. It's about whether personalized financial support makes sense for your situation. Here's something many people don't realize. Some successful entrepreneurs may qualify without living an extravagant lifestyle, because banks often care more about your financial profile than your appearance. That's why Two people can walk into the same private bank. One qualifies, the other doesn't. Not because one is better, but because their financial situations are different. But here's where things get really interesting. Even people who qualify sometimes choose not to use private banking. Why? Because it isn't the right fit for everyone. So, why would someone choose private banking? The answer usually isn't because they need a fancier bank. It's because they value their time. Imagine managing a business, investment accounts, property financing, and family finances, all at the same time. Now imagine trying to organize everything by yourself. For some clients, having one trusted contact who helps coordinate those conversations can save hours of work, sometimes even days. Another advantage is access. Some banks may provide specialized lending options or connect clients with wealth management teams depending on their needs. But here's something most advertisements don't mention. Private banking isn't automatically better banking. It's different banking. If your finances are simple, a regular bank may already provide everything you need, and that's perfectly okay. Private banking makes the most sense when your financial life becomes more complex, and personalized support can genuinely save time and effort. But here's the question. If private banking isn't about luxury and isn't for everyone, then what's the biggest myth people still believe about it? So, what's the biggest myth about private banking? That it's only for billionaires. The reality is much more nuanced. Yes, many private banking clients are extremely wealthy, but different banks offer different programs with different requirements. That's why eligibility isn't exactly the same everywhere. Another myth is that private bankers pick winning investments for every client. In reality, investment decisions still involve risk and depend on individual goals. No banker can promise perfect returns. And if someone does, that's a reason to be cautious. Private banking isn't about eliminating risk. It's about helping clients manage complexity and make informed decisions. And here's one more myth. Private banking won't make someone financially successful. Successful financial habits still matter the most. No banking service can replace good decisions. Building wealth still takes patience, discipline, and a long-term mindset. So maybe the biggest advantage of private banking isn't exclusive access. It's having the right support when your financial life becomes more complicated. So, is private banking actually worth it? The honest answer depends on your financial life, not your ego. If your finances are straightforward, a regular bank may already provide everything you need, and that's not a bad thing. But if your financial world starts becoming more complex with investments, business ownership, or multiple financial goals, personalized guidance may become more valuable. The biggest lesson isn't about private banking. It's about understanding that different financial tools fit different people. The wealthy don't become successful because they use private banking. Many use it because their financial lives have already become more complicated. And maybe that's the biggest surprise of all. Private banking isn't really about feeling exclusive. It's about finding the right support at the right time. The smartest financial decision isn't copying what wealthy people do. It's understanding why they do it and deciding whether it makes sense for your own goals. If this video helped you understand the truth behind private banking, subscribe to Wealth Decode. Every week, we break down complex financial topics into simple, practical lessons, because real wealth doesn't come from knowing more secrets. It comes from making better decisions. I'll see you in the next video.